This video is flashy. Hey guys, Julian here, back with another crazy, wacky-ass Fortnite. After almost 5 weeks, they added the long-awaited ODM gear. And could be better, but who am I to judge? Today we are going to nothing will be the same. Stalling the video any longer, let's begin. We gotta let it get back, raise it like a person, you know you had to kill her, on the top, the hands and never fades, and if we get out, I think I'm better price on first soul, we gotta learn to live free, and live a life without barricades. Oh boy, another day, another fucking Fortnite complaining. You know, it's been a while. It really has been. So, about Fortnite, I don't know, I just don't find the game fun anymore, much less making videos on it. Some of you might speculate as to why, seeing how critical I am towards the game in general. One of the reasons is that the direction that the game is going in just makes any game of Fortnite unbearable, at least for me. At first I thought, oh hey, Chapter 4 Season 2, it's alright, the meta is cool, they improved the map, and the battle pass is nice. Sure, the lore is a bit slow, but nothing epic can't fix, right? And then they decided to kind of fuck the entire season over, like, here, you enjoyed the season long enough? Well, here we got the ODM gear and the Thunder Spears. And I was like, oh, cool. Until I realized they basically repeated the whole Spider-Man web shooter scenario from Chapter 3 Season 1. And the Deha dilemma is back, something that I just came up on the whim. Deha standing for distance, escape, high ground, and ambush, concepts that get completely thrown out of the window when using the ODM gear, because it just does all these things extremely easily, especially with the kinetic items like the shockwave hammer or the kinetic sword. You know, it's not like back in the day, like back in my day, we used to fucking run from the storm and had to like no. It wasn't like that, okay? Let me be very clear. It wasn't like that. Back in the day, you had to actually survive. It was actually a battle royale game. I don't know if you guys have ever played Fortnite before all the collaboration bullshit, but you actually had to play the game. Believe it or not. I'm talking back in the day, you had to run from the storm, escape your enemies with impulse nades or by using a launch pad. You had to actually sneak up on your enemies or retake the high ground by learning how to build. Nowadays, you just use a mobility mythic or any mythic that provides any kind of mobility, and then the Deha dilemma comes up. Distance, escape, high ground, and ambush. All of these things can be easily done right now. You want to run away from the storm? Use the ODM gear. You have to escape from an enemy? Use the ODM gear. You could also use the kinetic items to escape from an enemy, like a little bitch. High ground? What is that? Ambush? No fucking problem. You just use the ODM gear, you swing around in the air, and then you find someone to unexpectedly attack. You don't have to sit anymore in creative or other battle royale games and learn from your mistakes, learn how to build, learn how to retake the high ground, how to position yourself correctly, unless you're playing competitive Fortnite, which in that case, that's a little bit different. But in the standard battle royale game, you don't have to learn any of these things. You just run and gun, I guess. Then they add the lightsabers, and I'm like, okay, so you guys realize that you the meta last season by adding 2 different mythics into the game, and you guys decide to do the same thing without making any changes whatsoever, or at the very least make a separate game mode? Okay, now that just totally makes sense. What's worse is that there are now different versions of the Force that you can learn in the game. What a better way to ruin the game than to let players force pull towards other players or force push any objects you like. Are we going to see a Force shove it up an Epic employee's ass? Because this is getting really f***ing annoying. Every single season is now filled with a bunch of collaboration items that just have no place in a standard battle royale game, and they cut the chapters short because Of what? Because they can, and they end up competing with other Battle Royale games rather than, you know, actually working on their own game and making their game better? A little fucking update to this whole rant video. They vaulted the Star Wars stuff. So, yeah, that's done and over with. It was really an annoying combination with the ODM gear, the Star Wars, and the Force. All of it was just a mess. But now, with the ODM gear still being present in the meta, they decided to add the Spider-Verse web shooters, which is basically like it's a direct upgrade, right? Because the Spider-Verse web shooters, they are basically Spider-Man web shooters with the same animations, the same uses, the same cooldowns and everything. Look, almost the same cooldowns, right? It was 2 to 10 seconds, now it's 2 to 16 seconds, which doesn't really, let's face it, it doesn't change much in the grand scheme of things. The only difference being that this is more common, because Spider-Man web shooters, you could only find those in the Spider-Man backpack. These things are available, to my knowledge, you can obtain them floor loot and bought from Spider-Gwen for 600 gold bars. It's not even a special chest. There is no special chest for this mythic. You can literally find it on the ground. Or you can buy it from Spider-Gwen. Either way, this is like much more common, obtainable, better mobility item. And the whole Deha dilemma that I was talking about earlier with the ODM gear, now it's even worse. It's even worse because you have now two mobility mythics that can do the exact same thing. It's crazy. This is crazy. I'm speechless. I'm just speechless. The worst part is that nobody else is having a problem with it. I at least am not seeing anybody else complaining to the level that I do. To the point where I'm starting to second guess myself whether this is actually a problem in the game, or am I just going crazy and complaining about things that don't have any, like, significance in the grand scheme of things. Epic just keeps doing things that I don't like, such as adding 2 collaboration items into the main game, making it unplayable at times. So I'll take this guy's advice and leave the community with my sanity intact. You know, before I become an obnoxious Fortnite YouTuber. Look, I understand if some people enjoy this game, and don't get me wrong, I'm not here to take this away from you. But don't you realize how this kills creativity, or how insane this sounds? I have this, like, feeling, like my spidey senses are tingling just a little bit. There will come a point in time where Epic just stops making new weapons, POIs, or lore, and Fortnite just ends up becoming a massive collaboration. I just hit my fan. Because to me at least, they have proved time and time again that Epic would sell out their f***ing game. The only thing that kept me going was that I liked making videos on a game that I didn't like, which was genuinely fun. Like, I enjoyed making that review on Chapter 4 Season 1. I enjoyed making those Fortnite shorts and videos. But this game got the better of me. It's like something just snapped in me, you know? It's like a switch that has been flipped. So I can't sit here and pretend like I enjoy making this content. To anyone who's curious as to what kind of content I'll be making post Fortnite, I don't really have a definitive answer for that. However, I was thinking of doing reviews on pretty much other mediums, anything but Fortnite. So if you stuck with me, for me, not because of the fact that I made Fortnite videos, then feel free to wait and see what I can come up with. Otherwise, well, it's up to you really. For those of you who still play Fortnite, please do. I'm not here to discourage you from playing or enjoying this game. I just hope that whatever direction the game goes in, you enjoy it more than I did. Because personally, I should have quit the community after Chapter 3 Season 2. And on that note, I'm out. Thanks for, like, watching, supporting me throughout this wonderful journey through Fortnite. But this insanity has to end.
「私じゃダメですか」「誰よりもあなたを」「わかってるのわかってるのはきっと私だけ」「私じゃダメですか」「心は奪えない」「わかってるのわかってるのはきっと私だけ」「足りん全部あなたにあげる」「お気持ちは担当はいでちゃないか」
before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to a couple of people. To start off, shout out to T-Dog. That dude went out of his way to help me in multiple Fortnite projects that otherwise would have taken me much longer to make. Also, again, shout out to Van Beck. I know I shouted him out in the previous community post that I made, but shout out to that guy as well. Whenever there was a project that I was working on and I needed like some small details or any kind of like recommendations, he was always there to kind of help me with that. And I'm very grateful to have had both Van Beck and T-Dog on my side in minor details in Fortnite reviews and other projects. I would also like to give a special shout out to one of my fans. I'm calling them fans in like quotations. I don't really know what to call them. Shout out to Jay. That dude has been commenting on every community post, video, short, whatever it may be. That guy was always there. And even if I was only entertaining that one person, I'm happy that I managed to make some people feel entertained or laugh or anything that I have like done. Thanks for watching this video again, and let's see what's in store for the new chapter of this channel.